Hey yo, ADR, this is King Black. Let's talk about this quick one right here. Hold on, let me put the heater down a little bit. Let's talk about Tempo. For those of you who don't know who Tempo is, I suggest y'all Google it. He's a Puerto Rican reggaeton star that spent, what was it, like a decade in the federal correctional facility for drug related cases. Anyways, one specific reason I want to talk about him today, and that's given two videos, well, one video and one song that he put out. The song I want to talk about first is his song Pulpo, right? Pulpo. So YouTube it if you got to. And in it, one of the lyrics that he says he's a Latin king. He says Amor del Rey, right? So, but then he goes on to say his respects to G27, which is a Puerto Rican prison gang, and La Nieta, which started off as a Puerto Rico prison gang, but it's also branched out to the northeast. Asociación Nieta, right? So at first, I let that go through. I was like, all right, that's weird that he says that. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of crazy, right? It's for you to say I'm a Land King, I'm Amor del Rey, but you're not part of the nation, right? So I didn't know what to make of it. I didn't have an opinion at first. But then I saw the video Siento que me siguen, right? Siento que me siguen by Tempo on YouTube. First off, he's wearing the colors, right? He's not wearing beads or nothing like that, right? But, black and yellow shoes, yellow jacket, alright. I can kind of see it, yellow G-Wagon, alright. Then, when you're watching the video, I forgot the exact second, but he throws up the crown, you know what I'm saying? So now, things are working in my head and they're clicking. I'm like, all right, I see him. ADR. You know what I'm saying? Amor del Rey. So, if he's out there throwing coronas now, crowns in English, right? If he's out there throwing the crowns up, now keep in mind, I might be East Coast, right? And I might be bloodline, but I'm not in the tri-state area, right? So, I can't speak on the legitness of what he's now claiming. But regardless, right? I can say that deep down when I search in my heart, I'm proud as fuck to see him throw crowns, man. Because I always said my organization or my nation is the best. Could have been way too easy for him, especially since he spent time in prison to stay and claim Nieta, right? Or G27. Yeah, he's made mistakes, and I've always preached against drugs and all that. But I ain't perfect either, you know what I'm saying? And if that's the kind of stuff people get involved in, then by all means do you, boo-boo, because the one serving jail time is going to be you. It ain't going to be me, because I'm not involved in that. I ain't going to be associated with that. I ain't going to be around where people are dealing and stuff like that. Because I ain't trying to get caught up. My name ain't going to be mixed up in there. Ain't nobody going to hear no King Black was here doing this. Hell to no. I'm more of a, how can I say, more of a lifestyle. Meaning, I don't believe my organization started as a drug organization, regardless of what people say, regardless of what people think. I know what the original Constitution says, and I know what was going around when I was brought into the nation, when I was crowned, So I'm just living by that, which is, to me, the correct way to be a Latin King. It ain't to be out there committing assaults. Ain't out there doing drive-bys. It ain't out there trying to do nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's about promoting a positive image of the Latin community and standing up against the injustice to those communities by the government, right? Because I bet y'all didn't know that before 1950, it was a felony for Puerto Ricans to display the Puerto Rican flag, right? But y'all didn't know that, by the federal government. So I get that. Now I get why all those New Yorkers and stuff always be wearing their flags, because that used to bother me all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, alright, I mean, it's one thing to be proud you're Puerto Rican, but why you gotta display it everywhere? In your car, and the little, flag thing that you hang on your rear view mirror. Everything you wear, jerseys, pants, everything has to have a Puerto Rican flag on it. I never understood that. But then I read the book, War Against All Puerto Ricans, and it all clicked. Because once the United States liberated Puerto Rico from the Spaniards, they put us into a different type of slavery, right? And they told us Puerto Ricans, it's illegal for you to display your flag because it will be taken as a sign of rebellion. So people were thrown in jail just for displaying the flag. So I do this now, and I understand it, because I do it for my forefathers who were unable to, or who suffered to display this flag. Alright? I got nothing personally right now as of today. I served in the military. So it ain't like I'm some kind of revolutionary. I'm just saying, I wear this in homage of the fact that decades ago, those of our ancestors were unable, were not permitted, were assaulted, dragged to prison, possibly even murdered just for displaying the flag because it was seen as a sign of rebellion. But anyways, back to my main point of the video, tempo, right? So regardless of his past drug charges, I'm pretty sure he ain't trying to live that life anymore, in terms of he ain't actually moving nothing, because he ain't trying to spend another 15, 20 years in prison, get out when he's 70 to collect Medicaid and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure he's trying to stay out this time. But when I see him with them colors on, throwing up the crown, hearing what he's saying, especially in pulpo, just that, couple lines, makes me proud, man. Go check out the video. Siento que me siguen, and listen to the song Pulpo, specifically for that line. And it fits into the whole thing. He's from Ponce. Ponce's symbol is the lion. Latin King's lion holds a big symbol to us. Means a lot. So for me, and my point of view, I'm like, out of all the organizations he could have belonged to, or may have chosen, to choose the almighty Latin King and Queen Nation, that fills my heart with joy, with pride. Regardless of his past actions, because I don't judge nobody on the past actions, but hoping that they don't continue to be negative. You know what I'm saying? You want to put on an aggressive front. You want to be out there, trying to be hard. By all means, do you. Real recognize real. There's this one song by, was it Yellow Wolf or something like that, called Influence, where he says, dangerous people aren't dangerous people, is the people who ain't dangerous trying to prove that they're dangerous who are dangerous people. Meaning, if you got to be extra hard to compensate, to prove to somebody that you're hard or that you're real, that's dangerous. Because those type of people will make a mistake, a fatal mistake, just to try and prove a point. Whereas I'm cool, man. I've told you many times, I could go into a gas station with the Crip, see him, I got my colors on, they're Crippin', they got their blue flag on, we lock eyes. I personally, right, where I'm at and the tribe that I'm with, since we're not out there dealing and we don't get mixed up in that politics, you know what I'm saying? We just have a set understanding. Crips don't sell in our neighborhoods, in our territory, and us, and as a local area, we don't deal at all. All of us are trying to maintain positivity within the community, peace within the community, stop the kids that are heading towards dealing, and set them on the path to stay in school, to get a legit good career. It's hard work. A lot of kids don't want to listen. They want the easy lifestyle. They want the, if I move a pound of this, I got 5 G's in my pocket. But remember, all it takes is 1 second for you to slip up, for a rival to get you or law enforcement to get you. Then what? So anyways, in the gas station crip, I'm saying, he knows who I am. I know who he is. It's obvious who we both rocking. But there's no beef. We're in a gas station neutral area. Just went in to go pay for gas, went back out, that's it. He could have been packing, I could have been packing, but it wasn't about street beef. It happens, but on a general level, when you're trying to speak man to man and you have a understanding between one organization and another organization, say, listen, we are not going about things the way it's stereotyped. You know what I'm saying? We here, we're around, our numbers are high, but we're not involved in this. And as long as you don't cross over these boundaries, we cool. You do whatever you gotta do. We ain't about trying to compete. We ain't trying to tell you that that's the wrong stuff to do, because your organization does whatever your organization does. Just so long as these established guidelines are followed, we cool. No beef, no wars. There will be some isolated incidents. There's been fights and there's been other things that have gone down. But compared to the nation of the United States, our problems aren't as fatal, as dangerous as it is in other areas. We stand strong when we have to for self-defense or to prove a point when people try to push boundaries a little bit too much. But other than that, man, there's an understanding that, we ain't part of that, so you ain't got to worry about us in that area. Just keep things civil, so we can all go home and eat, so we can all go home and sleep, so we can all go home and chill with our families. That's the biggest thing, man. A lot of people think, oh, and it'll be hard, but bro, you got to think about everybody that you love and you care about. So, much love to everybody out there, even if you don't belong to my organization. I don't wish death upon nobody, loss of limb upon nobody. ADR to all my brothers and sisters out there listening. This is King Black, out.